start us off here.
Hi, Lily Rivers from Segedi. Anna, first privilege on goal for the Goldeneyes. Just talk us through the moment and how you feel a couple minutes later, about hours later. How does it feel like looking back?
Yeah, I think in the moment, me and Carv made like direct eye contact, and like I knew she was going to give it to me, so I just had to be ready for it, and it was an amazing pass on her part. And yeah, it was pretty cool to be able to do it at home in front of all of our fans. Kind of felt the energy and the support from obviously the crowd, so yeah, it was pretty special.
Ashton, question for you. This is game 20 of the season. You've got 10 left. What would you assess where this team is at as the captain?
Yeah, I'm really excited where our group's headed. We had a great, few games here at home coming off the break, and I think they're just continuing to get better, and it was rewarding to get that win tonight. We feel like we've been so close the last few games, and to able to put some goals on the board and get 3 points tonight was huge for our group.
And really kind of scoring by committee. It wasn't the usual faces necessarily. It was lots of different folks in there. What does that do for you guys moving forward as a team?
Yeah, that was great to see Anna Shoksy. That line was huge for us off the start, getting us on the board. They make an impact every time they're on the ice, along with Mannon's line as well. We're starting to see chemistry amongst all four lines, and we have a lot of depth. We knew that coming into the season, and now we're starting to execute and produce more offense, which is great heading forward, and something that we're excited about, and we're in a good spot now.
Izzy Chung, Hockey News. Mannon, for you, you kind of had some time to adjust to things as you come to Vancouver. Of course, the trade, a lot of movement going around there. What have you liked most about the team since the end of the Olympic break?
Yeah, I think having the teammates that I have here, it's really easy to play with them. Everyone is so skilled, and it's been fun kind of to get some chemistry with different types of players. Like I said, everyone's super easy to play with, so it makes my job a lot easier.
This is pretty much for anyone. After the past few kind of results at home, what does a win like this do kind of heading into the playoff push?
Yeah, I think we've been doing all the right things up until this point. It's kind of hard when you're doing all the right things and the game doesn't necessarily go your way. So doing all the right things again tonight and then kind of having the game go our way, I think it leads us in the right direction, kind of what Ashton was saying. It's super exciting for us, and we're just going to keep building off of it.
Luck on every Canucks Army. Mannon, strong night in the face-off dot for yourself. How did you feel tonight about that?
Oh, I didn't think I had a strong night in the face-off dot, but I think a lot of those draws, if they were won by my wingers, so credit to Jenna and T. So.
And after getting the empty net, how good does it feel to get rewarded with a goal for considering how quickly you moved up into the lineup and everything?
Yeah, I think our line has kind of been creating a lot of chances, and a lot, like, they haven't necessarily gone in, but I think they've created momentum. So whatever you can add in a game, whether that's an empty net or getting a goal during the game, I think it's super huge. So just trying to contribute where I can. But yeah, I thought my line did a great job of creating opportunities, but just none of them went in. So.
That's Josh Ram for the Hockey News. I guess for Ashton, we enjoyed seeing the win celebration at center ice at the end of the game, and we're curious sort of how that came to be, how it's coming along, and does it have a name?
I think we're just calling it the Flying V right now, but yeah, it needs some work. We hadn't done it in a while, so it was a little chaotic out there, but it came from someone commenting on Mash's post saying that they wanted a Flying V for a celebration, so we kind of came together quickly, but yeah, we forgot to salute the crowd tonight, and we kind of just right into the Flying V, but we'll remember that for Saturday.
You've coached Anna back in China. You're coaching her here now. What kind of differences have you seen in her game? Anna Segedi, I should specify. What kind of differences have you seen in her game from then to now?
Yeah, obviously she had a few years of college in between and definitely has matured and is growing and figuring out what the pro game looks like as far as compete and defensive responsibilities. So super excited for her to get rewarded, and the fact that she continues to grow her game and gain more confidence is nice for us.
Coach, you like you mentioned before, it seems like you've had a lot of strong games coming into this one tonight. The bounces, a lot of the bounces went your way. How much confidence does it give you going into the final part of this homestand, and just looking at how that it's all kind of culminating into these wins at the right time?
Well, I mean, it's something we were talking about last couple pressers. Puck luck, bounces, we're doing the right things. Our details are right. We're playing the right way. We're creating opportunities, and I said they would come in bunches, and that's how it's played out. That's the way the game goes. It's how do you continue to do the right things if you're not getting the outcome or things aren't going your way. But credit to our club, pretty resilient here last few games, and didn't get down and stuck to it, and they're starting to come out on the other side. So hopefully, confidence-wise, this gives us a little more of a feeling and not gripping our sticks, and just continue to execute the way we are, and outcome will take care of itself.
Coach, New York made quite a push in the second there. What did you like about the way your group responded to that over the second and into the third?
Yeah, I think we just stuck with it and kind of knew that there were some details there of managing pucks that got a little loose because we were feeling good about ourselves, and that, third period wanted to be a little more cognizant of managing the puck and making sure that we were getting above them and getting pucks deep, and that we would get our opportunities if we were just patient.
This is game 20, nice round number, 10 left. What have you learned about your group over the first 20 games this season, and what can you take from that to apply through a pretty crucial push through the last 10 here?
That's a great question. I was familiar with personnel, and understanding what was possible. I learned that they want freedom to make plays, but that structure is still very important at this level, and creating more absolutes for them to be comfortable in that structure. And it's a good group. I mean, we're playing now like we thought was possible early in the year, and so hopefully we can continue that through this last 10 games.
Millie Rivers, Offside News. One thing that was clicking a bit more this game than the previous games after the Olympic break was the power play. In 47, 48 opportunities, there have been 4 power play goals. How do you take the success of this power play and apply it for the last stretches?
Well, again, power play is creating looks and opportunities. You don't always control the outcome necessarily, because the goaltender has something to say about that. And so we have been generating good opportunities and getting some of our skill players in situations to have an opportunity to finish. And quite honestly, in this league, you're still scoring a lot of power play opportunities in scrums and rebounds and trying to outnumber people at the net and gritty and dirty. And we've embraced some of those details as well. And so, yeah, a good power play goes a long way to winning hockey games. And so, again, hopefully we build some confidence and feel good about ourselves and continue to execute.
Chelsea Nielsen, Girls at the Games. After the last game, you talked a little bit about the team's identity. And of course, just now you were talking a little bit how you're playing closer to what you thought was possible at the beginning of the year. How does a game like this specifically slot into that bigger picture of identity and culture for the Goldeneyes?
Yeah, when you start digging into analytics and you start to see patterns over the course of the year, things start to stand out for you of what we need to do to be successful. And so I really think out of the 10 categories that we chart for that of what we need to do, I think we got 8 today. Like, that just reinforces where we are, what we need to do, and who we are as far as a club goes. So again, it's not getting too high, not getting too low. We did a great job of not getting too low. Now we're on the other side of not getting too high, and we got a short turnaround for Saturday and an elite club in Minnesota that's playing really well. And so now we need to turn around and be able to do that again.
Nicoletta Panos, the Hockey News. It's no questions asked that the Sirens are known for their physicality, but the Goldeneyes today not only responded but matched their level and really seemed to like band together. How do you feel about seeing that kind of physicality? Is that something that you want them to continue bringing forward, or, you know, happy as is?
I was quoted a little bit in the beginning of the year that I thought this was a club that could play different styles of game. We can skate, so we can get up and down the ice, and you know, we can play physical. We have a group of players. They're gritty, hard-nosed, and that's playoff style hockey. You're going to have to answer that physically if you're going to give your chance to win hockey games, because nothing is easy. And yeah, I think we're in a good spot with that as well. And so it was nice to see some players stick up for themselves and their teammates. And that goes to show a close-knit group that genuinely enjoys each other.
Millie again. The goals that scored this game were from up and down the depth chart. Some defenders, some forwards, Sophie Jakes, and then Anna Segedi with her first. How do you think the depth scoring of this game factors into the identity win and the character win of this game?
Well, again, we knew early in the year that depth was kind of a strength of us, and that when we were getting multiple people contributing up and down the lineup, that we were going to be successful. So that trend has kind of been there through most of the year, that when we have different people contributing and we're not just depending on one or two, that we're going to be successful.
When you look towards the final third of the season, how much of what you're doing now is just reinforcing in practices, reinforcing what the team has learned over the course of the season? Or do you look at a game like today and still say, oh, there are things we want to add and things we want to continue and new ideas you want to improve on for the rest of the year?
I would tell you at this point, we're just super focused on executing what we want to do. There's still some details that I think we can improve on. Some of it's our puck management, decision making, and I think the neutral zone still can be a little bit better, like our forecheck. Some of our defensive zone details went away a little bit. We need to sell out and block shots more. We need to be better about closing on the exterior, especially at the blue line, which, you know, New York has a talented group of defenders. And so we'll discuss that. We'll walk through some of that. At this point now, you're trying to keep players healthy, keep their energy levels up, and so you can't be practicing long about some of those things. We'll hit it with film, we'll talk about it, and we'll walk through some things, but I definitely still think we can be more dialed in certain situations on how we want to play and what that looks like.